Melodie here, CEO of Business Tech Ninjas, and I'm here to talk to you about Thinkific. We get an awful lot of clients that are on Thinkific and are looking to potentially move off of it. I believe that Thinkific is a great starting spot for if you just want to get your course up, get your people in there, accept payments. But we do find that as people scale, it starts to present some usability problems. And that's what we're going to chat about today, about what that user experience is with Thinkific and why we prefer some other tools that just allow us to be a little bit more flexible and give an exceptional user experience. So I recently purchased this course. It's called, it's an assistant course because I am looking to have somebody manage my inbox a little bit better, and I love a good course. So I purchased this one, and they actually sent me two different emails. So this is one of two, and I forget which one I got, actually one of three. So I got an invoice, I got this email, and then I got an email from their autoresponder, which is like, hey, look for your Thinkific email. And you'll notice that this email comes from a notify.thinkific.com and a no reply. This is something that I don't particularly like because people do tend to respond back to these emails, and it's great for your deliverability if you do. And having it be one, a no reply email, and then two, from the Thinkific domain, to me, is not as good as it potentially could be. Additionally to that, you also have to be sending out two different emails. One of them is from your autoresponder, and then the second one would then be from Thinkific. So with this, they've got the sign-in URL. Now here's the weird thing with this I didn't even see this text initially. I just clicked right on this and then was like, oh, well, I don't have an email. So like, what do I do now? But I totally missed that you can set your password here. Now, I'm not sure how much you can update this to maybe make this a little bit more obvious on the Thinkific side to make it so that people can recognize, okay, hey, this is where you set your password. It's interesting here, like it doesn't even really have their logo. I'm pretty sure that this would probably be a setting within Thinkific as well, but they had like a really nice styled autoresponder email as it is. And in an ideal world, you'd be able to send in login information from your autoresponder and be able to see if they log in and create their password for the first time too, because one of the largest drop-off points that we see with an online course is people just don't actually do it. They don't actually go into it. And if you can set up reminders, if they don't consume the initial thing that they bought for you, they're probably not going to buy anything else. So just for the lifetime value of that customer. So let's keep going in here. We got about 3 minutes in. We'll probably take another 3 minutes on this, and then I'll let you to go think about all the wonderful things you can do outside of Thinkific. So I'm going to set my password. So I've just auto created a password. I'm going to sign in now. So this then shows up. So my password functionality misses my thing. So I have to save this now. I'm just going to update this. Now, I only have one course here. It'd be nice if I had like a welcome portion as well. And the other thing I know about this particular company is that they have won this zero inbox course, but their main core business is actually providing admin assistance. So it would be nice if they could have on here something about that had a conditional, hey, are you interested in having us help you to find an admin assistant? They did something really clever on their ads. They actually asked me, like, are you interested in us helping you, or do you want to do this yourself? And I already have an admin, so I don't need their help finding one. So I chose this one. I'd be curious to see if they would have given me another option had I said, hey, I'm looking for help in finding an admin. So if I go start the course, so this would be their welcome video here, but it would have been a lot nicer just to go right to this, have this be like, welcome to this by the assistant. They see how to give an overview on the process. I kind of want to check out what is the like overall, how do I get back in here? I want to go back to the main site. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm just going to do the back button then, because I want to see like the overview on here. So this is a very standard, like you can do this with LearnDash on a WordPress site. It's interesting that they have it about this course free. It's like, but I didn't get this for free. I had to pay money for this. So they have welcome to the community, why behind the inbox. The other cool thing that they could do is they could have a different experience or show like different stuff depending, like, hey, have the CEO go through this stuff versus have the admin assistant go through this. It's fairly well organized here. And it's nice that they do have that progress functionality, which is a nice thing of Thinkific. Now, the other little portion on here is I want to see what their community looks like. So they've got the community that's built into Thinkific here. The latest post in here is 9 months ago. Now, these could be pinned, and it does look like they are. However, I don't really see a whole lot else going on here. And this is one of the most common mistakes that we see with community. People are like, oh, community, people are going to love it. It's like, you've got to actually put some time and effort into building up your community. And in my opinion, if you're not going to put that time and effort into it, create other options for them to connect with you. That doesn't mean that you have to put this in there, because this just looks bad. Like I thought, this was a built out course, and now I'm looking at this like 9 months ago is when they set this up, and there's been not a lot of interaction at all. So like my perception of them as a business is now like, maybe they don't have their stuff together. And I can see that there's 160 people in here, but nobody's really communicating. And community stuff is its own bag of worms. You've got to give people a reason to actually get into that community. And if you're not going to put that effort to actually make your community something that's worthwhile, that people are actually going to enjoy, just don't do it. Nobody needs that distraction. Put your efforts in other places to add value versus having a community just for the sake of checking a box. I'm just trying to see if maybe there's some other stuff in here, and no, it doesn't really. Yeah, and it's like one person. And I'm going to bet you that they probably don't have a prompt in their course, which is like, go introduce yourself and say this, like say what your favorite candy is, or, why are you looking for an admin assistant? You need to give people a reason to want to engage in your community. Anyways, this is just a high level of why we see people typically moving off of Thinkific, is that really custom user experience of making sure that people are getting into your programs, that they're having a good experience with it, and then being able to show them that path of like, hey, what's next? Here's other services we offer, and give that customized experience, which is why we predominantly will use some other tools, but oftentimes we'll recommend, like, Thinkific's a great starting point, but once you get to that 500K, and specifically with our clients at that 7-figure mark and above, it starts to take up more customer service time, answering questions and directing people to where they need to go, than it does the cost savings of maybe using a platform from Thinkific. And when you get to that scale, the cost savings, if there are any, are not that big of a difference than having your membership site based on WordPress. If you have any questions about your current Thinkific site or setting up your very own membership site, please reach out to us at businesstechninjas.com.